good morning, and good morning. This is your favorite marital and family therapist, Dr. Garrett, giving you another Monday morning prescription of vitality in your relational and marital functioning. I just finished re listening to my video, Flaming On, being transformed as a human torch. So, this is part two. If you go to John chapter 2, the first miracle that Jesus did when he turned water to wine, you know what? Going to family outings and barbecues back in the days, you bring out the hot dogs and hamburgers as the first meal. You save the good meal for last. You give the soda, but afterwards you get the ginger beer and the sorrow and the tanya log. So in this story, when they ran out of wine, Jesus told the disciples to fill up six water pots up to the brim with water. Water represents truth. They did so. They obeyed him, right? Then you go to Daniel when the three Hebrews boys was in the fire. They did not burn. The reason why they didn't burn is because they was filled up with truth, with water. When we fill up with water inside, the circumstances of life cannot burn you, right? Isaiah 42:3. When you go through the waters, you will not be swept away. When you go through the rivers, you will not be swept away. When you go through the fire, you will not be burned. So remember, flaming on is trying circumstances lead to a trust and obedience. Trust and obedience lead to patience, and patience lead to a heavenly perspective. Heavenly perspective leads to perseverance, and perseverance leads to powerful prayers. And how can we sustain flaming on? You hear a biblical text, you study a biblical text, you memorize a biblical text, you meditate a biblical text, you live in the biblical text. So, in these last days of Earth's history, we need to flame on, be filled up with truth from the inside out, beautify ourselves from the inside out. The Word of God is powerful to change us from the inside out so we can represent truly the men and women Jesus wants us to be.